Starting up second recording. So something I should probably do soon is clear out because I haven't deleted my recordings yet for my Silent Hill 2 blind playthrough, and that's over 100 gigs of recording files. So I should probably do that at some point. The main reason I was keeping it was so I could um, find all the best moments, make them their own separate clip, and then upload that as a YouTube video or something, so I could share that with friends. Because they didn't want to watch the whole playthrough; they just wanted to see me get scared. Because a whole lot of my friends aren't really horror fans; they just like seeing people get scared. Anyway, random aside about me. Off to the diner.
Hi. Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that's rich, bittersweet extra. Get it on coffee world.
Oh dear. Cute.
Let me guess. The FBI.
Hi, Sean Ashmore.
To Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's...
You used to look weird with a beard.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I
Goatee?
wouldn't say no
What is
to
it? Is it a
another.
goatee?
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here. Can't believe that happened.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
So, something I gotta say about these is I love how these are shot, is having, like, the people behind Saga. Also, I love their monotone delivery, like, a lot.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This will prove to be helpful.
Rose!
Stick around town
I think.
for now in case we have any more
Fuck, I'm gonna feel bad if I forgot her name. Okay, that is Rose.
Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No.
I love the music in this. The way it goes from, like, normal piano to, like, the screeching violin.
If you say so.
Hello.
All set. My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
Fucking
It's a
Grand
D&D back
Wizard.
in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Who else to keep this city clean if not I? Who else to protect its citizens from dangerous?
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
So, you kind of find this out throughout the game, but Rose is Alan Wake's quote-unquote #1 fan. So she was in a kind of an important character in the first game. She was overtaken by dark. My memory is very fuzzy on this. I haven't played Alan Wake 1 in forever. Like I said, I probably should have replayed it before this, but Alan Wake 1 is very hard to go back to now. It's very clunky. And this game, I obviously haven't gotten to combat yet, but this game feels just better to play. And like I said, Alan Wake 1 is very clunky. You don't play the Alan Wake 1 for combat, is basically what I'm trying to say. You play for the story. So Rose was overtaken by darkness, and she's kind of gone crazy ever since. Actually, the section where you find out Rose was overtaken by darkness after you leave her cabin, or not her cabin, her camper, that's when you first meet Nightingale, which is interesting.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
Agent?
If I'm remembering correctly, there's a collectible in here.
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents.
Yep.
Sheriff
Oh
Baker
dear,
wants us to cooperate
I am a
fully.
tourist, and it
I fucking love these.
in the woods. You've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right, I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Jaakko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say,
Fuck the government.
We have bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
I miss those lovable dumbasses.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Charm slots let you equip charms that enhance Saiga's abilities. Only charms can be equipped in the charm slots. See, so I assume that's default. I have no idea. I haven't played the non-deluxe version of this game. Like I said, I waited fucking 13 years. I was getting the best version.
Cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
I almost bought the collector's edition with the little that came out that they announced in like June of this year. They had the little lamp, the little light switch thingy that you'll see Alan get it in a bit. That thing.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Magic.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up.
Defensive wounds. They put up a fight.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Let's get the first thingy out quick.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Boo.
Wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Try to stay in the light to avoid being detected by enemies. So, this is one of the fucking coolest things about these games, is that they use light very well. They use the art and the way that the light is shown to show where the player is safe, and it's one of the coolest fucking things ever, in my opinion. It's a very unique idea. Or not really, I don't want to say unique, but because that's usually a very obvious thing in horror games, but it's something that's cool.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go! Vanished.
End of chapter. I don't know if these are copyrighted, but I love these songs, so I highly recommend. There's a playlist on Spotify. Just look up Alan Wake 2 Chapters songs. It's amazing. I love these. There's a hip hop one for one of Alan's chapters that, even as somebody who hates hip hop, 10 out of 10.
Heart. But he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
These pages are important. Breaker drew one before he disappeared.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster. The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted.
Oh!
A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head.
This is done. I'll tell ya.
Awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
So, I forgot to mention this earlier. Hemingway. Nightingale kind of called Alan Hemingway as like an insult. So whenever he keeps saying Hemingway, he means Alan Wake. Kind of forgot to bring that up earlier.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job, he'd be inside, waiting for her.
Nothing? Okay.
Can't be opened on this side. A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future? There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
I have no idea if you can hear that, but the Alan Wake Twitter account just tweeted something saying, teasing that they're releasing a new vinyl record for the music of this game. I had no idea if you could hear that, but I forgot I had my volume all the way up from watching a video earlier.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if this is just me, but there's like my OCD is going off.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did
That-
you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into
You're not
some
gonna
super
comment on the
monster,
body?
and our office is down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Anyway, my OCD is going off. I can't reload my gun.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff? Here, like poof, he's gone like magic.
Like magic?
I need bolt cutters.
Fuck the government, we have bolt cutters.
They're a fine pair.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
See if any of these other doors are openable. Openable.
Do this, Walter. Huh? I'm at my wit's end.
It won't open.
I know one of you stealing the toilet paper. I've been counting them, and there's an entire roll missing every day from stock. Theft is taken seriously around here. It's Sheriff Station, for Pete's sake. One of these days, I'm going to catch you red-handed, and you better believe you're getting thrown out. What a disgrace you are. What kind of nut counts toilet paper rolls? Sounds like you've got too much time on your hands.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
Smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
So,
Mercado won't roll over on the issues.
these are an important collectible because they give you an item that... they're an important collectible. They're an item. They're an important... Fuck. They're... I'm gonna try to say that again. They're an important collectible that gives you an item that reveals all the collectibles on the map that makes cleanup much easier.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Return to the hut.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this. Or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here.
Like I said, has been a year since I played this, so I don't remember the trophies. So I just got one for taking the health item.
I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
It's going for sure.
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Okay, we're done for now. Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals?
I know I'm not talking much.
What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is. Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Actually, let's do mine place. Quick. Stuff, quick. Oops. Wrong button.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers. The
Sorry.
cult of the tree is behind
Oops.
these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Point of interest cases track objects and information the saga is required to track collection progress.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Background cases, a clue may clues about broader ongoing topics.
I need to know more about the Code of the Tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Triangle carving. I'm just gonna put everything everywhere and see what happens. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's just go to this.
Doesn't look right.
Do it this way. There we go. If it's not blacked out, that must mean that I'm able to place it somewhere. So where do I place it?
Right.
There we go. Another lunchbox. Ooh, a whopping 3 manuscript pages, fragments, I mean. How do you like the knitting, hero? I made it just for you. Ooh, I just got an alert on my phone that Outlast is being made into a movie. I'll go see that. I fucking love those games. At least the first one. The second one I love like 95% of. It's like the last 30 minutes that I hate. Let's go back over here. Like I said, it's been a year since I've played this legit without a guide. Or, well, I guess I did play without a guide when I did New Game Plus, but I kind of had a bit more memory of how the game went. Spooky.
Hey, Casey. What's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do. The tracks lead into the water. Where'd you
go?
I
Fuck!
can feel something. The presence.
That one got me. That one definitely got me, I will admit.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
There we go. Let's grab Alex Casey lunchboxes because otherwise that is going to bother me. More bullets. This is important. This are never being important. Witch's Ladle. There's no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or a witch whose cauldron this lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light.
It's...
These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not
there you
out
go.
of it.
That one didn't get me.
My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another...
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe. Like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them. Pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
I'm gonna keep doing that on accident. Keep forgetting that you can just hit the touchpad to exit. You could do that in the Xbox version too. It was just hit the select button, but I would always hit back twice because just out of habit. Okay, up here. Spooky. Actually. 49 minutes. Fuck. Yeah, I guess this is a good place to stop. Yeah, good place to stop for now. Go back and be back to part 3 for part 3.